All right.
And then one thing Philip, not to cut nobody off, but Philip, we got a lot of sisters in this family, not even just on daddy's side.
Yeah, yeah.
I, Sam, Amber, Crystal, Marion, Shawana.
Right.
We got a bunch of
we got Quay. Look, yeah.
And one thing I noticed when we were younger, I noticed this a long time ago. You can't win an argument with a woman. You can't win an argument with a woman.
They might made up, really.
Yeah, you can't. Like, even if you argue with a woman, you lost. You put your hands on a woman, you lost.
You lost.
You definitely lost.
It's a lose-lose situation for a man. So what I do is this. I try to, especially when I see my boys watching, like if we get into an argument, I like to let my boys.
When I see my boys watching.
Yeah, if my boys watching, I try to teach them, don't argue with a woman. Don't put your hands on a woman. It's better way.
You talking about your sons. My bad. I get you.
My boys, my son.
Yeah.
Because I be trying to tell them, like, if a woman talk to you without respect, or you don't hear that respect in her tone, then without respect, it's kind of hard to even, sit up there and talk to somebody that don't respect you. Because every 5 seconds, they're trying to disrespect you. And I don't want my boys to grow up thinking it's okay for a woman to disrespect you. And I don't want them to grow up and thinking it's okay for you to up here and talk to a woman crazy, or even put your hand on a woman. That's why they would never see me do any of that, because you got to lead by example,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very insightful statement. I tell women, that I deal with in my practice, when you lose respect, the relationship is over.
Thank you.
Yep.
When they lose respect for a man, because a man's greatest need is respect. So when you like, he don't deserve my respect, then it's over. But we, if we go, to the Bible charges us women with respecting our husbands unconditionally. That means even if they don't deserve it. And when you can't do that, the relationship is over.
So it says right here, but does that mean that a woman can't talk at all? That's not what they're saying. No. And when people use this right here, though that mean we can't talk at all, that's you playing the victim. You feel me? You know and you understand what's coming out of your mouth disrespectful. I know all of you women out there know when you're disrespecting, when you're opening your mouth. So there's no way for you to sit up there and try to be like, well, we can't talk at all. Didn't nobody say you can't talk? Only thing we're saying is stop being disrespectful. Stop thinking that you can use underlying assaults. Stop thinking you can use underlying assaults like someone does not understand, because they do.
Now, I agree with that statement, but what I do want to say is sometimes there are times now, when we're out of pocket, yes, we know we're out of pocket, okay? So I'm not talking about those times, but there are some, what we as women don't realize is that men are very sensitive to disrespect. And so sometimes we don't realize that we are being disrespectful because we're thinking that we're just being straight up. However, if we're going to be in relationship with men, we have to realize what they consider disrespectful. So we have to learn it.
I think that goes both ways, though, because a man can feel like you need to stay a woman's place, and to a woman that is disrespectful. Like, you don't tell me where a woman's place is, especially if you're not a woman. You can't tell where I need to draw my line.
I totally agree with that statement. I totally
now let me
agree.
say this though.
All of us want respect, but we just have to realize as women that men are very sensitive to disrespect, and sometimes when we don't realize we are being disrespectful in their eyes. If we're gonna have a healthy relationship with them, we have to learn this. So
let me point out,
and it's not to say that you can't speak. It's just we have to say it in a way that he can hear it.
So let me say this. You know what I mean? From a man's perspective, you know what I mean? You got to understand, you feel me, that there is a different level, you feel me, of danger out in the world for guys than it is for women. You get what I'm saying? Because dealing with another guy, especially, you feel me, especially when you're dealing with a sorry ass nigga, you know what I mean,
Right.
who really, you know what I mean, is he can do something really to you to really mess you up. So on a man's perspective, everybody can get slapped up, right? So when it
Right.
comes to a woman, if you're a man, if you're a gentleman at heart, you're not going to put your hand on a woman. So
Right.
when we're having a conversation or talking, I'm going to need you to understand that
Right.
this is a conversation between a man and a woman, and I could not go off in your shit like I can go off in a man's shit. So I'm going to
Right.
need you to watch what you're saying to me, because
Right.
it's
Right.
not fair to me that
Right.
you think you can call me all bitches and hoes and all of this when I
Right.
wouldn't let a nigga bitch and hoe me, and I would slap the dog shit out of him, but I can't do that to a woman. So it comes to a point where it's like, okay, I'm going to need you to watch what you're saying to me. And then
Right.
it's going to come off to them. Nah, not that. You ain't that. No. It's a difference, because I am a man and you're a woman. You get what I'm saying? And that goes a long way. And a lot of people forget that and miss that fact when you're sitting up there, opening up your mouth or whatever, or going back and forth with a man. Or for a man, when you're going back and forth with a woman, you need to knock it off, dude. You are a man. Why would you even do yourself or put yourself there to where you're even getting into it like that with a woman? Stop it.
All right. And let me elaborate real quick. Now I'm going to elaborate on what you said, Philly Black. See, what it is this. I think women understand that too. They're smart. Women are they're 10 times advanced than men. And one thing they do know, two things for sure, is this. They know it's two different type of men. They know when they're talking to a gentleman and a real man, and they talking to a coward and a punk. It's a difference. So it's like they don't know how to, when I say like hold that tone and hold that, because you sit up here calling me all kind of B's and F you and forget you and forget you, but you're not talking to a coward. You're talking to a man. You see what I'm saying? Now, I done seen dudes that's willing to punch a woman the way he will punch a man. But you got real men that will never dare punch a woman the way he will punch a man. So women need to understand when they having them conversations to know that you're talking to a real man. So address me as a man. If you can't talk to me and address me as a real man, then we need to stop this conversation. We need to stop this conversation until we both can speak to each other like adults. Because if we're not speaking to each other like adults, and you trying to punk me and punk me out, and you punk this and you punk that and you punk this, I mean, that can push a real man over the edge. And once you push a real man over the edge, you would think he was a coward, but he's not one of them. So I understand exactly what you're saying, brother. I understand that.
So let me say this too real quick, and then I'm gonna let the women speak. I'm sorry. Hold on, wait, Mom, real quick. I'm sorry, and then I'll let y'all women speak, okay? What I want to say as well too, baby said down here, you feel me? What if they're not name calling or whatever and talking to you in a calm tone? Listen, that does not matter, because the word still carries its weight. You know what I mean? The words that you're saying still, people be talking about words may never hurt me, sticks and stones break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words stick to you though. You feel me? Your stick, the sticks and stones, that will heal. But if somebody is saying something to you that makes a difference, it's going to stick with you. So whether it's calm or whether you're yelling at me, the words is still going to stick the same.
Okay, so I agree. And I did say that we know when we are out of pocket. What I'm saying is we should be able to express our feelings without you feeling disrespected just because we express our feelings. But yes, we do have to work on saying it where you can hear it, where men can hear it. But if we're calling any type of name, I don't care what the name is. If we're attacking someone's character or calling them out of their name, we all agree that is disrespectful. Us women don't even want to be called out of our name and disrespected in that manner. So if you wouldn't want somebody to do it to you, you know better than to do it to somebody else, especially somebody you claim to love.
You love
that you love, right?
I hear you.
So with me, I try my hardest to practice effective communication. If my man is saying something to me that I really don't, I mean, I'll be like, okay, I get where you're coming from, and this is what I heard you say, and I'm trying to understand it, but I don't get it, and this is how I feel. And if he's coming at me like, nah, fuck how you feel, because he mentally cannot process what I'm saying, he's not trying to effectively communicate with me either. But I find that to be disrespectful. And one thing about me, if I feel like you are disrespecting me, I don't give a fuck if you're a man, woman, dog, cat. I'm going to disrespect you back, regardless if you can beat my ass or not, regardless if I'm going to push you over the edge or not. Because guess what? I could be that crazy lunatic ass bitch that you can push me over the edge and I can go get your banger and shoot you with it because you wasn't understanding and you was disrespecting me too.
Well, like I feel like carry it that far.
Right. I was gonna say, look, hold on now. Hey, look, hold up.
But I'm saying is that
wait a minute.
All know it's a two-way street. Yes, we do need to respect our men, but our men also need to be gingerly with us and earn our respect.
Well, hold on. I agree with you to a certain point, but the thing of it is when we unconditionally respect our men, they will be loving toward us. So it is a cycle. If we get, even though like we get upset with them, if we start cussing them out and doing all this stuff, he's not going to treat you in a loving manner. And us women, we want to feel love. We want the security, but they pull that back when we continually act out in a disrespectful manner. I had to learn this too. I'm not going to sit here and say that I always knew. I had to learn it. And since I've been practicing it, I don't have the same problems that I used to have.
So let me say this and to something that So just said or whatever. He said, or she said that men have to earn, you feel me, your respect type of deal. So I just want to tune in on that, you feel me, and say respect is lost, not gained. You know what I mean? Because you should already approach someone with respect already. Someone have to show you not to respect them. You get what I'm saying? So respect shouldn't be something earned. Respect is only something lost. You get what I'm saying? If you're being fair about the situation, if you're entering into a situation trying to be fair, then respect should not have to be gained. You should already have respect. Type of deal. Because if you don't respect somebody, you're gonna find any chance or take any opportunity you got to disrespect that person. And you know what I mean? So no.
It's not hard to disrespect somebody. As soon as somebody, rub you the wrong way, your emotions will automatically, flare up. So it's not hard to disrespect somebody. But we do got to work at, us women, we do got to work at showing unconditional respect. And when we cannot have that, that's not the man for us. When we get to a point where we can literally cuss him out and talk all kind of, trash about him or whatever, the respect is gone. If we cannot get that under control, it's time to end that relationship. Period.
Type of deal.
Then too,
but
you're right. Respect is not necessarily
wrong, though. Not to say you're wrong either. So I'm not saying you're wrong at all.
I say that you haven't earned my respect, then that means that I don't respect you, and we should not be in a relationship. If I cannot respect you, we should not be in that relationship. Period. It's not going to work.